Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? What are y'all doing here? I'm just chilling out on my patio chair, relaxing, having a good old time. Oh, you want to build one of these? You came to the right place. Let's just stop laying around and doing nothing. Let's get to work. Let's build one of these patio chairs. Let's go, guys. Alright everyone, let's get the shopping list together so we can start making this awesome chair. You need to buy 4 1x4s by 8s, 2 1x8 by 8s, and 1 2x4 by 10. Okay, also you're going to need to make sure you pick up some screws. I use deck screws. That's a good one for outside. They're long lasting. You need to get you a box of 1.5-inch screws, 2-inch screws, and 3-inch screws. I got about a pound of each. I have leftovers, so you could probably get a little less or what, but whenever I was building, I wanted to make sure I had plenty, so I just went ahead and got a pound box of each one. I'll put my shopping list up on for you guys to look at it. You can jot it down and use it, or maybe you want to make modifications to it. That's fine too. The wood I'm picking up is treated pine, so it's fairly cheap. It's durable, it's going to be outside, so I wanted something that's going to last a long time. So that's what I'm going to use, that's what I'm going to show you guys. So let's get to cut. Alright, so for our first cuts, we're going to take the 1x4 by 8, which I ended up buying the longer piece because they didn't have the 1x4 by 8s at my local dealership. So we're going to take those and we're going to cut them in 23 inches. I only need 5 of them, so we're going to cut it 5 times to make this easier so I don't have to measure each one. I'm going to put up a little chop block at 23 inches so my saw will cut it right at 23 inches and I don't have to measure it more than one time. So let's get that block put up. Alright, so now I got my little stop block in. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. There we go. Yeah, so I got my little stop block in to help with my measuring, so I only have to use this tape measure at one time for these 5 cuts. So alright, let's get cutting. Okay, we got those 5 cut out. You probably won't see me cut 4, but that's because I had 1 extra. So I wasn't going to throw it away, obviously, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it. So next, you need to grab you another piece of 1x4 by 8s, or 10 if you had to get longer ones like I did. And we're going to take 2 cuts at 34 inches long. So let me get a pencil and we'll start doing that. Got my pencil. Should have had that on me, but I can't use my block on this one because the table's not quite 34 inches long, so we'll move that out of the way. Alright, let's line it up. We're going to be dead even with the 34. Alright, we got those cut out, so move on to the next one. Alright, for our next one, we're going to need another 2, but these are going to be at 32 inches. So let's measure 32 inches on this one. Alright, we got those cut out. Moving on to the next cut. Okay, our next cuts, again, with the 1x4s. These are going to be 17 inches long. And we only need 2 of those also. So I'm using some leftover pieces that I had from the cuts. Okay, I went ahead and used my stop block so I can measure out these 17 inches. Just so I can cut it a little bit quicker. So let's get the cutting. Okay, we got those cut out. Move on to the next cut. Alright, now we're moving on to the 1x8x8s. And we need 2 cut out 30 inches. So let's measure 30 inches. Okay, now we got those 2 pieces. Next piece. Okay, from after cutting those last 2 pieces out, you should have 1 piece left that's just over 36 inches, about 36 and a half. We're going to cut this down to 36 inches because we only need 1. But then we're going to have to trim it to only 6 inches wide instead of the 8 inch. So let's measure this up to 36 and trim that off. Just got 1 little piece left. Trash. Okay, we got 2 more pieces to cut out for the 1x8s. These are going to be 36 inches also. So let's get these measured out. Alright, got those cut out. Okay, now we've moved on to our next size wood. We're going to use the 2x4s by 8s, or 10s, 2x4 by 10s. We're going to need 2 at 21 and a half inches. So we're going to use the stop block again to kind of help speed the process up just a hair. Alright, we got that stop block up. So okay, we got those. Let's get on to the next piece. Alright, so down to the next cut. Again, we're using 2x4s and we're going to make these 21 inches. So not big difference in size, but just a little bit. And we're going to need 2 of these. So we're going to cheat and put our stop block in again. Alright, so let's get our 2 cut out for 21 inches. Alright, got those cut out now. Okay, our next piece, again using the 2x4s. This one needs to be 26 inches. So let's get this out of the way. And let's measure up 26 inches. Only needed 1 of these, so we're done with that cut. Okay, so we got all the cuts cut out. Now we're going to do some fine cutting on these to make the little designs. And there's 1 piece when we cut out the leg part, we're going to keep it. So I'm going to start showing you how to get those cutouts and what piece to keep when you cut out the part of the leg, because we're going to need that for support. So you want to make sure you don't throw that away. So let's get cutting on some design style. So here is all of our pieces of wood that we just cut out. So now we got to take some of that and cut little notches out. So we're going to start cutting that notching stuff out. Alright, so now we're going to start cutting the designs out of the pieces of wood that we already cut out to kind of shape the chair. I already kind of drew these up, but I'm going to explain it a little bit better for you. So what you want to do is, on the pieces of wood, you're going to need two of them. On the pieces of wood that it was 1 by 8 by 36 inches, take two of those, and then you're going to draw a line like I did here that's about 2 3/4. That's going to be there. And then you're going to angle that about 8 inches and draw you a line. Okay, so that's that line right there. That's what we're going to cut out of there. Then from the top down, you're going to measure 3 inches. So like I did there, 3 inches, and then you're going to angle that 15 inches from the top to the edge and draw a line like that, like I did there. So you're going to do that with two of them. These are going to be for the legs. So if you want to write leg on here so you know what this is for, that's fine. But this is for the leg of the chair. So do that on both your pieces and then cut that out. So I'm going to go ahead and go cut that out. And then I'll show you what it looks like once I get that cut out. Okay, so now we got these cut out. The one thing I did want to point out is the bottom pieces. The bottom pieces that you cut out, you want to make sure you keep these, because these are going to be used for support for your arms. So make sure you keep those, don't throw those away. You should have two of them from the legs, so keep them both. Okay, so next we're going to start getting the arms cut out to make them look nice and pretty. So our first thing is going to measure up 4 inches. Should say measure down, so 4 inches. Should I get in there? So 4 inches from the top down, and then you're going to take your tape measure again, and you're going to take it on the corner of that and measure diagonal to 15 inches. And then you're going to get that nice pretty line. Okay? Okay, on the other side of the arm, you're going to measure 1.5 inch down, and you're going to measure 2 1/4 long, and then you're going to make a diagonal line. So we're going to cut this out and cut that out. So you're going to do that on 2 pieces for your arms. So if you want to write arm on there, so you know these are going to be the arm. So let's get these cut out. Alright, so you can see we got the arm all nice and cut out. It's starting to shape up. So now we are going to make the back a little bit more designed like this, so it kind of matches the arm. So let's start measuring those up and get those cut out. Alright, so now we're going to start cutting the backs out. So what I did is I made a 2.5 inch angle on each side of this. This one was the 1 inch by 6 inch 36 inch piece. So I made a 2.5 inch angle on each side. So we're going to cut these out. Okay, and then the other pieces that for the back that we're cutting out is the ones that go right next to the center one. And those are the cuts that are 1 inch by 4 by 34s. And how I measured those up is I did a 2 inch, make my line, then another 2.5 inch cut. So you want those going the opposite direction, because we're going to start placing them like this. What'd you guys say? You're getting cold? Okay, alright. Luckily, we're done with cutting all the pieces out to make this patio chair. So now you just got to sand them up, And then in the next video, we're going to show you how to put it together. Until then, go inside, warm up, chill out, watch some more of the videos that we got posted. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you leave some comments. And turn the bell on. You know, you never know when we're going to post something. So, I really appreciate you guys watching, checking it out. Can't wait to see the feedback, comments, and catch you guys on the next video. Later, everyone.